Hi there, namaste, and welcome back to another spiritualistic pick a card reading. Today I'm channeling a message to you from Ganesha. So please take a deep breath, drawing the energy up your spine, creating a clear and open channel. And as you exhale, allow yourself to come into clear knowing which group or groups has your message in it for you today. We have group number 1 on the left with full system cleanse, group number 2 in the center with ancient knowledge, and group number 3 on the right with multidimensionality. As always, the timestamps to your readings are the last thing in the description box. If you'd like to meditate with me, that is going to be the first link in the description box. I do offer personals, and I also have an entire spiritual store, which is also where you can find my personals. Those are going to be on Etsy. The handle there is Spiritualistik, just like it is on Patreon if you want to follow along there, as well as Instagram, TikTok, big on TikTok, so go check me out over there if you feel called. As always, I love you and I'm grateful for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and it allows me to show up more and do what I love. So with that being said, I love you and I'm grateful for you, and I'll see you over at your reading. Namaste. Hi there, group 1. Namaste and welcome to your reading. Today I'm channeling a message to you from Ganesha, and you selected the first group with the full system cleanse card. So group number 1, this, if you're unfamiliar, this is my Light Codes Oracle deck. So this is full system cleanse, the energy, and I've channeled a light code, just an energetic image here for a map. I like to use it to scry sometimes for reading or just to focus on it. It helps the messages come through that are vibrationally attuned to the energy here. So we'll be using this. Okay. The first thing that Ganesha would like to share with you is, well, I'm hearing immediately the words Kriya and Karma. So with full system cleanse, Kriya certainly makes sense here. It means to cleanse, among other things. It might, for some of you, be an awareness of your breath, cleansing things out, really relaxing, really releasing energies, relaxing your muscles, relaxing your body, relaxing your consciousness for further expansion, cleaning things out. Some of you, you are cleaning your aura, cleaning your house, clearing your consciousness, clearing your mind. Also karma. Karma is work. I'm hearing karma yoga as well. I'm also getting that some of you have either been reading or have been wanting to be reading the complete book of yoga by Swami Vivekananda. It is this one for those of you who are unfamiliar. Okay, I'm getting that coming through for some of you. Maybe it's a nudge to read it, reread it, or just it's confirmation for you. Ganesha would like for you to know that cleansing out your energy takes work, and you know this. But just because you are applying energy, just because you are energizing, does not mean that you are not also cleansing energy. Does not also mean that you are not relaxing and releasing. Now we think of this duality like energizing or relaxing, like tensing up muscles and releasing muscles, right? However, the way that you're being encouraged to look at this is work. Like if you look at the Kriyas in Ayurveda, for example, like different ways of cleansing your body, your mind, your breath. Those are ways to work. If you're not familiar with that, you can think of it like cleaning your house. Well, it is work to clean your dishes. It is work to do your laundry. It is work to declutter. It's work to mop the floors. But it is also the act and the process of cleaning. Now there is also energetic cleansing, energetic cleaning, which is energetic work. But the material work, the physical stuff that needs to get moved is work. And so just because you are applying energy does not mean that it is not so that you can rest and relax. Okay? I'm hearing work for work's sake, which is a lot of the principle of karma yoga specifically. Ganesha would like for you to know, group number 1, that you are going through a full system cleanse, but your definition of cleanse might feel a little more like laying on your back floating in a pool of water or in the ocean, and a little bit less like rolling up your sleeves and doing the dishes and doing the nitty-gritty of work, dealing with those difficult situations, maybe doing the best that you can, and maybe it's not the perfect solution, but you're showing up and you're doing what you can, right? And I'm also getting this this heart and throat expansion that's coming through here for you as well. So let's see what else Ganesha would like to draw to your awareness. Okay, we have Dhyana here, Durga. Oh, look, you got the Ganesha card. Okay, you also have pulled the Hanuman card here as well. Okay, I'm also hearing shout out to Pratyahara as well. And we have actually underneath, we've got the Buddhi and Pratyahara card. Okay. So this is actually very, very beautiful energy we have coming through here for you. Ganesha would like to remind you how good it feels to focus, how good it feels to have concentrated focus and attention, and also that you are not the only one with, let's say, hands in your endeavors that are helping you out. There is this huge force. You have Durga coming out next to Ganesha here, which is a very powerful energy. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the goddess, if you will, energy of Durga Ma, definitely recommend looking into that, learning a little bit about that. Less in a theological sense, but more about which energy that truly represents. There's a powerhouse energy that is here for you, group number 1. And Ganesha wants you to know that I'm hearing from Ganesh, like, I am only the gatekeeper to the true power that you are connecting with. It's almost like giving this energy of a middleman, like showing you, here's where you are, and here's where the door or the portal is, and you are stepping through it. I am here letting you know that you are on the right path. And you might feel like the path is, let's say, expanding consciousness. The path is breath. But focus requires energy. Action requires energy. And you know this. But when you think about the cleansing, the releasing, all of those things, you might think maybe you're too in your physical body, or you are too invested in material matters for that, maybe for that kriya, for that release, for that consciousness expansion. You are too, maybe you are painting instead of meditating, but you can have meditative paintings. You can take meditative walks, but bringing meditation kind of vibes, bringing conscious vibes into your physical life helps you to strengthen your focus. And when you bring that into your sitting meditation or into your pranayama, if you do breath work, then it also helps, it brings that focus into your meditation, and it allows you to bridge the gap between what looks like kriya and what looks like karma, what looks like energization and what looks like relaxation. Now, with the Dhyana card, this speaks about one of the limbs of yoga in Ashtanga yoga. So if you're not familiar with this is one of the 8 limbs of yoga. This is concentration and meditation with the intention to know the truth. So this is when the meditator becomes meditation itself, allowing for action. This is when the singer becomes the song itself, allowing for music to be, it's both the vessel and the action. And this is where you have that energy blurring, not blurring, but opening up and unfolding between the karma and the kriya, between the work and the cleanse, between the dancer and the dance, between the meditation and the meditator. It is this level of consciousness that's opening up for you. And Ganesha is here saying, what obstacles in your path, group 1? Really, truly, what obstacles in your path? Remember how good it feels to focus. Now, with the Durga and the Hanuman energy coming out here as well, one thing that I want to draw awareness to is the Hanuman energy, which is interesting because this is your message from Ganesha. So certainly you are not guided alone by Ganesha at this point in time. You definitely have a team of friends and spirit guides around you at this time. I'm getting Hanuman's been knocking on your door and you haven't been listening. And this is about the courage. This is about the strength, the fortitude, the courage to show up and focus. And you might be asking, what do I focus on? Do I focus on the effort, or do I focus on releasing effort? Do I focus on the effort or the ease? Do I focus on the energization or the relaxation? Do I focus on doing, or do I focus on resting? And the answer is, my love, you are functioning in a consciousness outside of duality. And you're asking, so which of the laws of duality currently apply? And this is what you're learning out of. You are blossoming open like a lotus flower. So here, the answer is, when I believe I am the body, I am a servant. When I know I am the soul, I know I'm a spark of eternal light. And so this is kind of what you're being called to contemplate right now. We're going to get into some tarot here, and we're going to see a little more specifically a message Ganesha would like to bring forth with you today. I'm getting a little more of a dialogue energy coming through with the tarot here. The Tower. Okay, do expect some things to shake up for you a little bit, okay? After focus comes releasing the focus, pratyahara, okay? If you're not aware of the Ashtangas, I do recommend you look into them. I do have a reading on them as well, if you're interested in that. It's somewhere deep in the abyss of my YouTube channel, but you can search it. You'll be able to find it. Ganesha would like for you to remember that when you feel that your focus is getting shaken up, it's not because it's getting harder for you to focus. It is because you are in the consciousness of pratyahara, which is when you are releasing yourself from your senses. You might feel more and more detached and also present at the same time. You might feel fully conscious, yet overstimulated at the same time. Do continue to move forward passionately, and don't worry about making the right or wrong choice at this point in time because, again, it's outside of duality, this energy here. There's absolutely nothing standing in your way. So when things begin to shake up, but you're already having a clear slate, it is because it's drawing your focus to a different place. When your focus becomes so fine-tuned that you become one with all, when you become so aware of your senses and connected with your senses, physical, astral, and spiritual, that you end up actually merging with them. You might find some of your spiritual gifts merging in with one another to elevate this next level of consciousness that you're stepping into. Ganesha hears when you speak with them. I use them for Ganesha. I don't know, it just feels right for me. I know that's not traditional, but anyway. Ganesha hears when you speak with them and also has a few blessings on the way for you that you are already aware are on the way for you. And Ganesha is saying that I'm hearing no need to thank me. You are my humble servant. But if you are a faithful, humble servant, you are too connected with the body. Not too connected, but you are connected with the body. Your blessing here lies in what is underneath what you're receiving, not in the thing you can hold itself, but the good that it can serve your consciousness, your spirit, your emotional body for some of you, and the way that it can create ease and flow in your life by connecting you with all that is, again, kind of circulating back to this Durga energy. The courage to focus and then release the focus. The courage to release duality. The courage to begin something new. The courage to hold a blessing from Ganesha in your hands and understand that the blessing is not the thing that you can hold. Rather, what it leads you into, what it represents, the way that it helps you evolve and develop. Ganesha would like for you to know that your days of, I'm hearing, spiritual phenomena are coming to a close. And that this is a huge spiritual gift and blessing for you. If you know, you know. And if that doesn't quite make sense to you yet, that is good. You are on the precipice of a consciousness that you cannot yet fathom. Your gifts do not go away, they heighten and expand, but you no longer see them as special or as gifts because you are not so much in the consciousness of your body that these things feel special or supernatural. They simply are natural because your consciousness is supernatural. I'm hearing this joke, which is a dad joke for sure, but why do you never trust an atom? Because they make up everything. And I'm getting that in a spiritual sense, like the atoms that are in front of you, the molecules of the universe. When you connect with these energies, but in a supernatural sense, like you don't trust what's in front of your face because you walk by faith and not by sight. You walk by knowing and not by what's in front of your face. You walk by consciousness and not your body. Therefore, you don't trust the atoms in front of your face, but you do because you understand that they're there. They make up everything. in the double entendre kind of way. But these are also malleable. But they are already set in a structure, not because they're yours to play with, because you're in the consciousness of things are already perfect and where they're supposed to be. Therefore, there is nothing to change, there is nothing to want, yet you still receive, yet you still evolve. And this is where that duality between Kriya and Karma unfolds into beyond duality. This duality between energizing and releasing, it unfolds into beyond duality. Between work and rest, they unfold beyond duality. Between body and spirit, they unfold, again, beyond duality. Group number 1, this is the message to you from Ganesha today. I hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity for you. If you're interested in a personal channeling session, tarot, astrology, Reiki, light code from me, you can find those on my spiritual store on Etsy at Spiritualistik. If you would like to meditate with me, that is the first link in the description box below. You are more than welcome to check out another pile or another reading. This is not my first time channeling Ganesha, so if you don't feel that another one of these messages resonates with you in this reading, you can always find another one if you are looking to deepen that connection and listen to more messages from Ganesha. As always, I love you and I'm grateful for you. Have an amazing day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful magical realm, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Namaste. Hi there, Group 2. Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today I'm channeling a message to you from Ganesha, and you selected the second group with the Ancient Knowledge card. Group number 2, you are spiritually progressing rapidly. Where your journey began is where others might close out if they're lucky. And Ganesha would like to let you know that here there is a hand for you to hold. You are aware that there are many eyes around you, eyes of jealousy, eyes of ambition, eyes of coveting that which you have access to, that you've worked towards throughout many lifetimes, and a lot throughout this lifetime. And it's important to remember, I'm hearing the amount of time you spent in meditation this week alone is more than these people or energies have spent in meditation in their entire life combined. You have access to ancient knowledge and ancient wisdom, not out of sheer luck, not in a way where you see something that is normal for people to access when they begin their spiritual journey. To call you a beginner is to call Ganesha a human. Ganesha is a deity represented by an elephant, the remover of obstacles and the bringer of blessings. Group 2, this is my light codes oracle deck here. There's a light code on the back. I channel these in order to create imagery that will match the frequency of the intention, and you can use them to scry, you can use them to just have an intentional picture, and so I'll use that for the next part of this message. Ganesha wants you to be aware of the fact that, yes, you are growing and expanding rapidly. And you're also aware that you are not expanding because you seek an outcome or you're looking for information others don't have. You are not seeking more spiritual gifts. You're not looking for fame or money. I'm hearing someone say, I would rather help a few people in a way that really matters than not help very much, but not help millions of people. Ganesha would like to draw awareness to your integrity, to your true consciousness, to your true spirit, which others in the flesh have not yet had the capacity to see. Drawing awareness to perhaps you've had your energy read or channeled before, or maybe you listen to some pick a card readings that are like, what do those people think about you and stuff like that, and it is never ever accurate. because it requires a level of consciousness to be able to perceive you, even if it's from the ground looking up. You do not absorb assumptions, you do not create assumptions, and Ganesha would like to let you know that your energy field is clear. The last piece here is your mind. Clear your mind. You may have found in meditation, I'm getting, some of you have been encouraged not to focus and press and look as you meditate, not to barrel forward or really focus, but to actually relax and release and breathe. And you might find that as you relax and you release and you breathe, you observe more thoughts than you would if you focus. Because without being given an object to observe, whether it's an energy, a realm, a vibration, you will find that here it gets the dust out of the corners and those hard to reach places. If you're focusing on cleaning your kitchen will be cleaned. But if your entire house is spotless, think of this like moving your bed and cleaning very thoroughly underneath it, like pulling out your oven and cleaning behind it. I'm hearing as well nothing that a little incense could fix. Let's see what Ganesha would like to say to you today. So we have Atman. This is the true self. This is the soul. This is the true self. Your spiritual eye is open, or it's opening. And with this comes the awareness of who and what you truly are. I'm getting that you are with the Buddha. Atman and Buddha here indicates that you are a fully enlightened being that has chosen to retain a body at this time. And the Kali energy indicates that you have a very strong protection around you spiritually. That can also let you know that when energies around you, like what might have come up earlier, exist, they are drawn right into Kali energy. Some of you have a very, very deep connection with Kali energy. There's a reason why it's Kali. I'm getting that for some it might look like a shadow, for others it might look like a void, for some it might look like expansion, others identify it as Kali or as perhaps Lilith or Hecate or something, but these are different. They're different energies. I don't think they're the same, just clarifying. There is this energy that you're being encouraged to not focus on and not observe, but simply sit with. When something is observed, it changes. And Ganesha would like to remind you that this is what you're called to work on now. To release, to expand, to sit with. Not to observe, not to focus, but to sit with. It's a different energy. This is the energy that pulls out the furniture and cleans underneath. You are aware of the fact that your techniques that you've shared have been utilized by others, the ones that were gifted to you through your meditations, the ones that you invented, you created, you pulled out of thin air. Your techniques have been utilized by others in order to gain them fame or popularity or money or acumen. Trust that your assistance is required to sustain many, many, many energies out there who have influence and nothing to stand on. No reason that they're in a position of power other than the fact that they're good at observing those who are empowered, those who have something to offer, and kind of eating it or stealing it or copying it or trying to pick one thing and get one over on it, trying to, it's kind of giving one-sided competition kind of vibe. However, you are not in this state of consciousness, as you know. You are not worried about earthly things. You are connected with your true self at all times. And your true self, it's not your human body. It's not a collection of past lives or astral experiences. And you're aware of that. You are not your mind. You are not your body. You are not your emotions. You are not your astral body. You are not a version of you that has had a journey or all journeys through the Akashic Records. You connect with what you are. And because of this, your energy is being encouraged to sit. Because outside of duality here, you are not called to act. You are not called into void. You're called to sit outside without observing if you can. It is pure existence. And I'm hearing Yama as well. Some of you might work with Yama, or if you're unfamiliar with Yama, looking into Yama might be significant for you as well. I'm also hearing Maheshwara. Okay, well, I'm hearing the Guru mantra specifically. Maheshwara Guru Sakshat. Okay. So, getting into the tarot here. Ganesha is saying, keep your chin up. Don't worry. Your internal world is beautiful. Your external world is beautiful. There seem to be some feathers that are ruffled because you exist in your authenticity. Because it reminds others of something that doesn't matter for you because it's not your business and doesn't matter enough to even get into. Continue to move forward through love. You found balance between empathy and compassion and also protecting your true self, setting the boundaries there that you need. And being shown if you try to meditate and every time you sit to meditate, someone decides to start making noise. Now you choose a quiet time to meditate, and you can of course learn to meditate through the noise, but keep following your heart. You've learned the boundaries. You've learned, no, this person will not be present. Because why are they trying to disrupt my peace? It does not impact your peace, but there's still a boundary there. And it does not change your love or your compassion or your understanding for the individual. Rather, Ganesha wants to remind you that all things are working in your favor, and you're being encouraged to follow your heart. You're being encouraged to continue to focus on your internal journey. Do what it is that you want to do, and you'll find that for some reason that might create a bit of conflict, because when you remind yourself of what you are, it reminds others of what they are, and that creates tower moments. To unlearn is a powerful thing, and it's something that you're great at. But with that, you find that your enlightenment, the universe, is always infinitely expanding. Therefore, your consciousness can always infinitely expand. There's always deeper to go in your meditation. There's always deeper to go in your awareness. There's always further to enlighten, further to ascend. And so Ganesha would like for you to know that the days of other people's petty nuances affecting you are over. But there will always be shadow wherever there exists light. Your job is to be outside of them. Ganesha has a message here for you as well, that just as you are mostly light and therefore you have needed to make a point to find and dive through shadow intentionally to stay balanced and allow yourself to once more gain mastery over duality, do not underestimate that there are others out there who are mostly shadow and they have only a flicker of light. And therefore they use that flicker on a pedestal. They put a microphone in front of it. And that does not make it true light. That does not mean it's who they are. You are non-dualistic. Ganesha wants you to open a dialogue with them. You will find that this is empowering for you, because the last piece of you that is understanding the true love that you are is actually your human self. Your soul knows. The soul knows, and you know that. You connect with it multiple times. Every chance you get is what I'm getting. You connect with it every single second that you can. Effort yields results. You are humble, as is the universe, as is Source. True Source has an inferiority complex. Ganesha wants to tell you that is because Source wants to be sought out. It is not some big muscular bodyguard that stands in front of people wearing sunglasses, intimidating others, saying, I've got Source on my side. Source has an inferiority complex. This is why you give love to Source. You give effort to Source. You show Source that it's important to you. You deepen your connection, your personal connection with Source. It is a romance. It is a friendship. And Ganesha wants you to know that you mirror this energy. This is why you are humble. This is why you are kind. And the combination of these energies is also the exact match to Kali energy. But being able to fathom that is not something that everyone can do. You are blessed, Group 2, and you put forth the effort. Do not pay mind to energies that pretend to be something that they're not, while you refuse to pretend to be anything other than what you are. You are love, you are light, you are capable of so much. You hold infinite ancient knowledge, but your knowledge is not a badge for you to wear. That is what sets you apart. And that is why the outlier of the crowd will, as you've experienced, sometimes get ostracized, pushed out. Do not try to convince them. Do not try to lead them. In fact, try not even to observe. Just sit with it. They will get bored. They will leave. Some more will arrive. Some will be good. Some will be weird. Some will be bad. Just like your thoughts when you meditate. Like clouds coming in, you allow them to pass. Try to be outside of the observer. This is what you're learning. Group 2, that is your channeled message from Ganesha. If you're interested in meditating with me, that will be the first link in the description box below. If you'd like to check out my spiritual store where you can find meditation cushions, journals, prompted and unprompted, candles, crystals, tarot and oracle decks, as well as personals with me, I do offer personalized light codes, Reiki, channeling sessions, tarot, astrology, astrocartography. You can find those on my spiritual store, which is at Etsy, and my handle there is Spiritualistik, just like it is across platforms. Don't forget to check out my Patreon if you're interested, again at Spiritualistik, TikTok, Spiritualistik, Instagram. As always, Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, drop a comment, and let me know how this made you feel. As always, I love you and I'm grateful for you. Have an amazing day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful magical realm. And I will see you next time. Namaste. Hi there, Group 3. Namaste and welcome to your reading. Today I'm channeling a message to you from Ganesha, and you selected the third group with the Multidimensionality card. Group 3, the first thing that I'm getting here is that you're being encouraged to allow yourself more, I'm getting interdimensional exploration, or to explore your consciousness a little bit more. A lot of you may have been focusing on one or a few different spiritual techniques recently, where maybe you've been focusing on, actual focus, or on refining certain practices, certain techniques. And this is good. You should continue doing this, but Ganesha would like to let you know to allow the multidimensionality of it a little bit more. Let yourself travel through all of the different states of consciousness you have access to. Allow yourself the openness to different realms, to different dimensions, to allow yourself to pass through them and let them pass through you, and acknowledge how you feel. There's information here. It's like if you are, let's use yoga or exercise as an easier example to understand. If you are doing a beginner workout, or if you are doing a yoga flow that you're focusing on, you will naturally advance over time. Maybe you'll lift heavier. Maybe you'll be able to get into deeper postures that are a bit more challenging for your individual body. And over time, you'll grow and progress. But still, you want to make sure that you are taking time to do what you would consider lightweight, or what you would consider easier flows. Not because you can't do the harder ones, but because there is a strength to even going through the motions of flowing through the basics anyway, and everything in between that as well. If you've learned a few different languages, your first language obviously will come more naturally for you. Your second language might be a bit more natural for you as well, more so than maybe your third or your fourth language. But the newer ones you might practice more, you might focus on more. And you don't want your second language to get a little rusty because you are adding a new one to your mind. And so this combination of examples is what Ganesha would like to share with you energetically with your spiritual practice. When it comes to different realms, when it comes to different layers of consciousness, I'm also getting panchakoshas, so the 5 layers of consciousness. So some of you might want to learn about that or meditate and exercise through them. Some of you, this is what you've been focusing on, and you're being encouraged to release and explore and vibe and flow a little bit more. So the cards I'm using here are my Light Codes Oracle. So I connect with the frequency, the vibration, and then create an aligned image for it. And it can allow a visual aid. It can be used for scrying. It can be a very helpful tool for expanding the practice beyond the words. It anchors it a little bit more. So I'll use this throughout the reading. The next message I have for you from Ganesha here is that you are not currently at the crossroads that you might think that you are, or that you recently in the past, maybe you thought you would be coming up upon a crossroads around this point in time, and you're not. And that's significant. You knew that you were on the right path, and you knew you're called to continue moving forward with this path. However, there was something about a kaleidoscopic vision, or maybe a blurred path, or something that came in to attempt to distract you or something, and I'm being shown like waxing and waning of the moon. This is something here that allows your subconscious mind to basically say, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. It was never really a crossroads that was going to come here. It was a little bit more of a reaffirmation of what it is that you know. A little bit more of showing up and maybe doing your Surya Namaskaras, showing up and doing your sun salutation, or lifting the 2-pound weights instead of doing the normal heavy lifting that you would normally do. So, messages to group number 3 from Ganesha here. There's something about coming of age and something left unseen is what's coming here. And also we've got the number 333 coming out for your reading. There's definitely a shift, there's a change, but there's an order to it. It's not a change like a crossroads, but it is a change like it is the other side of a pattern. Like you do the right side and then you do the left. Pranayama. Okay, you're being encouraged to focus on pranayama, your breath retention, your breath work, or at the very least, understanding your breath a little bit more, sitting with it. I'm hearing this phrase that you might have heard before, and it is that your breath holds the answer before your mind does. Your breath holds information before you get curious about it, before you know to get curious about it. Okay? You also have Dhumavati and Durga here. You also have Ajna, the Ajna chakra, the third eye. You got 6 of these cards here. We have Asana as well, which is interesting because we're talking about it here. And we have Brahma as well. We've got the creative energy force. So this is really strong energy here. Right now, you're being encouraged to understand the things that are flowing through your body. So this is letting me know that you're being encouraged to focus on your breath, specifically if you do something like Pilates or yoga or exercise, to involve your breath in it. If you already do, that's great. Keep it up. Also, I'm getting for some of you, listen to your body, see what it's showing you, see what it's telling you. Specifically, like close your eyes as you're practicing because you'll have a different, more internal experience than you would if you are looking externally at the director, the teacher, looking out the window, something like this. Okay, so that's something you're being encouraged to do. I'm getting here that you have a powerhouse energy specifically about something. There are a few things that you are a master of, and they're coming into sync in some way. I'm getting there was the before and there's the after. And even on this Asana card, we have the sun, we have the moon, but it's eclipsed. So you might want to take a look at some of the energies that you were drawn to or pushed away from and pushed into around an eclipse that might have been recently. When I'm recording this is of course a timeless reading, but there was recently an eclipse season, specifically with the letting go here energy with Dhumavati. So this looks like you kind of realizing that the things that have occurred in your life, the good things, but also maybe the bad things, they helped shape you to who you are. And they remind you that all are necessary, but it's reminding you to be grateful for yourself. Thank yourself for showing up for your spiritual practice. Thank yourself for choosing a healthier meal. Thank yourself, your body specifically, thank your body, thank your breath for the things that they are doing for you, beyond just the involuntary practice of breathing while you're going throughout your day. Sit with your breath mindfully in some way. And thank your breath for what it's able to show you that maybe your mind and even your intuition cannot. Thank your body when you close your eyes and maybe you lift or you flow or you sculpt or you pulse, whatever it is that you're doing. Move your body. However, close your eyes and then thank your body for being able to show up for you in this way, first of all. And thank your body for what it can show you that your breath cannot, that your intuition cannot, that your mind cannot, that your emotions cannot. And with this, you'll find that you are able to release. And you are ready for a new beginning. We have Durga and Brahma energies, which are powerhouse. Durga, kind of in a very, very generalized sense, represents like the void, like the expansive cosmic vacuum of the universe. She is, of course, a feminine goddess energy, but less of a goddess archetype being persona and more of like the void itself. Like it's huge. Like if the void itself was a goddess, that's Durga. Okay. And of course, this is my understanding and translation of it, which is not 100% perfect. Okay. But that with Brahma, which indicates the beginning. And there are also pearls here on this card, which are significant. There's a beginning here of softness for you. There's a beginning here of flow here for you. And so Ganesha would like to let you know, as the remover of obstacles and bringer of blessings as well, that sometimes connecting with your intuition, your spiritual eye, allowing yourself to connect with your breath, connect with your body, and see or intuit what is occurring here, has allowed you to release, let go, understand, perceive, and connect with all that truly is, connect with the deepest, truest layers of self, being one with the cosmos, being like a particle of space, not necessarily a flicker of source, not necessarily an individual on a soul journey. None of those perceptions are wrong. None of those definitions are wrong either. But this energy specifically, it is like you're a particle of space, and that particle sparks a new beginning. But this new beginning, it's soft, it's gentle, it's emotional, it's like a pearl energy. So let's see what else Ganesha would like to share with you today. Ganesha is saying that I'm hearing, I'm the remover, I'm the remover of obstacles, yet you've removed your own. I'm the bringer of blessings, yet you create your own. So make sure to thank yourself, and also take some time to, especially if you are noticing things come up, maybe it's shadow work energy for you, or maybe it's something that's a bit uncomfortable. Understand that the past does not mean the future. Okay, what you've experienced in the past does not mean that that's what your future is going to look like. And to continue to affirm that with yourself. Ganesha wants to let you know that you've had a nice rest, you've had a nice break, okay, but there's still some energy here that's processing, so continue to let go. Do continue to intentionally connect not only with your intuition, but also with your breath, also with your body. The third eye is one type of intuition. It is, of course, not a wrong type of intuition. It is only one type of intuition. See this as though you have a different type of intuition for all 7 chakras. In fact, there are more than this as well. You are going to notice a little bit of a shakeup in a situation that you let go, released, walked away from, cleansed, something like this. But it's all based in love. There's something here that you're learning about the element of love. Love itself. Unconditional love. And so Ganesha wants to remind you that something about your body, maybe it's your health, maybe it's your shape, maybe it's your age, maybe it's your practice, something about your body is shifting and moving and changing. Maybe you have a consistent exercise or a consistent flow, maybe you're building muscles, maybe you're unlocking your joints or mobilizing your fascia, whatever it is you're doing. Maybe, again, you're coming of age, something like this. I'm getting hormonal balance or something. Something about your body is changing and shifting. And it represents out with the old, in with the new, but it's an exhale. It's an inhale. So connect with those energies deeply and listen to what it is that they have to tell you. Because there is something that is on its way into your life, and you've already been aware of it intuitively. You're intuitively aware of this. But you might find that it creates shortness of breath, or tension in the body. And it's not a negative thing. It is your response, it is your reaction because of something that you are processing, because of the information that your breath is showing you or your body is showing you. So this is an opportunity to release, to let go, to give it up to the void, and trust in the flow of new beginnings. Welcome new beginnings. Allow yourself to speak less, hear more, and listen to what is communicated non-verbally by you and by others. You are coming into a very bold and empowered energy. It's just that you've needed to, I'm hearing, like, fight a certain beast. You've needed to cross a certain river before embodying it. I'm being shown, like, the Empress here, she's pregnant, and this with the 5 of Wands, the 8 of Swords, and the Knight of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles. It's kind of giving the energy here of the first trimester of pregnancy a little bit. This is the energy where a lot of people don't discuss their pregnancy during the first trimester because it's really malleable. This is when you might start to get, I believe, this is when you might start to get sick. Your body starts to feel changes. They start to get uncomfortable. This is kind of when the pregnancy is more malleable, so it's important to kind of act differently. Like you have to kind of make sure you're really taking good care of your health and taking good care of the baby. But this is an energy. This is an energy. So you're kind of in this first trimester energy, and that's where you're being encouraged to listen to your breath, listen to your body, listen to your intuition through your breath and through your body, as opposed to simply your third eye. Not to say not to listen to your third eye, do. Try to expand that if you can. Release that which you can. And expect positive beginnings from the void. This is an important energy for you. And it's also going to be important to surrender to the process of creation. Brahma is all about creation. Durga is all about creation. The Empress is all about creation. Create through your breath, create through your body, create through your intuition. If you notice, we have intuition and then breath, which is like, so intuition is like 5D. Breath is in time and space. It's the experience. It's like the 4D. Asana, it's in the 3D. It's grounding. So you have this vibe that becomes a thought, that becomes tangible. And in order for it to have space, it's malleable, it's forming, it's growing. You need to release things that no longer serve this energy. Maybe shake some things up a bit. You change some routine. You have to eat certain vitamins. You can't eat certain foods. You've got to treat your body a certain way. You have to lock in a certain way and lock out in another. And more continues to arrive. Things like beauty increase. Things like people's behavior towards you change. You receive gifts. You receive offerings. And through this, there's creation. And you can understand, hear, learn, intuit, breathe, feel, know. Galaxies, realms, universes, dimensions of conversations, of entire dialogues with the universe, without ever speaking or hearing a single word. So, group number 3, that is your message from Ganesha. There's one more thing that wants to come through here. I'm hearing the song, Do for Love by Tupac. What would you do for love? Okay. Keep love at the forefront. If you're interested in meditating with me, that's the first link in the description box below. If you're interested in a personal with me, you can find that there as well. It's on my spiritual shop, where you can find candles, crystals, journals, prompted and unprompted, my decks I've made, my books I've published, all my personals are there. Tarot, astrology, channeling, Reiki, astrocartography, personalized light codes as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as well. Let me know how this resonated with you and how this made you feel, or if you've been noticing anything interesting with your body or your breath lately. Group number 3, I'd be interested to read about that in the comments. Of course, don't forget to subscribe. You're more than welcome to join me on Patreon if you're interested. Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, Etsy as well. It's all at Spiritualistik. So I love you and I'm grateful for you. Have an amazing day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful magical realm. And I'll see you next time. Namaste.